What's good YouTube? Brad here from Blitzridge Reviews, and I am back with a stack of shoes over there to get through, review, show you guys. They are all replica UA Fugazis over the waters, 98%ers, whatever you want to call them. I got them in hand. I've got some new ones, including this sneaker right here that probably haven't even been reviewed before. So yeah, I'm coming to you directly from mainland China, specifically the city of Hangzhou, and expect to see me on the road soon. As crazy as it is in China right now, I'm taking a motherfucking road trip, and you're gonna catch me hopefully in Putian, where these shoes come out of if they let me in. So I'll be taking the car, trying to drive in there, and yeah, let's get some content rolling. I had my wedding, got that out the way, so here we go, back in business to show you more sneakers. And specifically today I have the Nike Zoom Cortez SP. I guess people should know it's the 50th anniversary of the Nike Cortez. Orange box. SACAI has done a collaboration, and there's two colorways so far that I am aware of. This is one of them. I think it's just called the black, dark gray, white. I don't know what they're going to be nicknamed or anything like that, but yeah, there's this pair, and then there's like a sail white, red, blue, very iconic color blocking on that one. So yeah, SACAI, they are gonna bring the Cortez to the new generation. Okay, for myself personally, I never wore Cortez, but early to mid 2000s I had friends that were like, they were just what I would dub like Cortez heads, and they just wear the one colorway Cortez, but they'd have to have them. That was like their shoe back in those times. I guess maybe it's still the same now with what you call probably non-sneakerheads. They're subcategories of people, man. It's old schools, Chuck Taylors, Cortez. They're like one of them. You don't see it as much now, but back then I would see a lot of people that I associate with. They would have the Cortez, okay. And then obviously its roots go way back. Seen it's 50 years. You could probably say Los Angeles, California. I guess it was the boppers, the b-boy scene over there blew it up, and I guess even you're like, I don't know, maybe if you're from the West Coast you'll know more about it. I don't know if it's in the cholo scene, if they're into them, or who exactly you'd classify as a Cortez head, but yeah, they're out there. And yeah, SACAI are giving us their version of this sneaker, so it's been modernized, new aesthetics, dynamics added to the sneaker. You got this Zoom Air, which is, what's it on the Alpha Air? On the front section of the midsole here. Then at the back you got this fucking spoiler coming out. You got 3 layers on the back section of the shoe, 3 layers of sole. You've got this kind of, I don't know what this is doing, but some funky panel just sitting in here in the sole, on the midsole. You get hits of suede, and then predominantly on the upper medial and varial side you're getting nylon. Okay, double swooshed. One swoosh is a leather or maybe an overlay material, but they're giving you a form of a leather on the swoosh. Then you've got another swoosh which is basically like heat imprinted into the shoe, and then moving to the back, this is unique. You get like 2 kind of, I don't know, what would we call them, ankle collars. Okay, so you got one there and then one sitting in there, double tongued as you would expect, with one orange swoosh and SACAI, and then at the back you get a black Nike swoosh. And then you get the double lacing system, like always with SACAI collaborations with Nike. Here you get a rope lace. Well, it's not like a rope type material, it's a bit more, it would fray a lot easier than those, your classical rope lace, but it is a circular lace. And then you've got this kind of very old school feeling lace, plaited flat lace. Then you get the zigzag cut of the suede here, running down the lacing portion of the shoe, and then to the actual front toe guard, toe box area, you get this gray suede as well. And as you can see, I personally feel the nylon and suede works well, and you get the very modern feeling that SACAI gives you with their collaboration shoes, but then they still keep the old school aesthetics really on point with the sneaker. And even, I don't know, you know, you had the waffles where they literally used the waffle machine to come up with that sole. I don't know what the history behind the production of the Cortez is, and you know what was originally used to make this type of sole, but you can see very, it's classic. They've kept it. It's the roots of the shoe are very much intact. Now Union are going to have a collab, and the reps of those are out, but the difference is why I haven't gone near those. These Cortez ones come from a more respectable factory. To create these, they actually paid big money, about 60,000 RMB for a pair, one pair of the white, one pair of the gray sneakers, and then they reversed engineered them, basically broke the shoe down. They also get the blueprints. What happens is a lot of the blueprints for these sneakers are leaked online, and they're going to be in, you know, Chinese, maybe Vietnamese, and people can get hold of them. Maybe they go around in group chats. I just get told it's on the internet, so I'm not specifically sure where they get the blueprints, but it is from online. Once they have that blueprint and the shoe to reverse engineer, it's pretty much a wrap over after that, because the blueprint is giving you, you know, basically telling you the material components that make up a shoe, and these guys, you know, they know where to source materials. So yeah, that's what happens. I'll leave some photos of actually, you know, the shoes, the components that make up the shoe, and some of the manufacturing techniques. Now they do make these from, I think, size 4.5 maybe to 12 US. No 13s have been made of these, so that's interesting. Whether they'll do that later, I'm not too sure, but normally this factory, like when they do Jordans, they will definitely give size 13s, and they have produced size 13 of the SACAI waffles. So why they haven't done it with the Cortez, I think they're just a bit cautious at the moment, because, you know, to make 13s, it's that extra cost, and are they going to be popular? What do people out there think of these? You know, we're going to see I guess more of the high fashion world getting into the Cortez now. Is this going to be a hit like the actual LD waffles? I'm not too sure about that, but you know, you're going to get people that want this shoe specifically because of the SACAI's touches on it. But does that mean the Cortez is going to be back in vogue? Ironically, this shoe was first, I think, seen in the Vogue magazine. But yeah, it's the high fashion world will pay attention to it for sure. But would those people then go and wear a OG colorway Cortez? I'm not too sure. I'm not too sure. But then again, there have been people, like I've said, just like casual fits, that would wear a Cortez and have worn the Cortez. Definitely a shoe that's got to be respected. One I definitely respect for many reasons. You know, it's just tied to a lot of my youth, not through myself personally wearing it, but for me, there's just friends you remember, and you're like, oh, I remember that friend, he had those sneakers on, he wore those shoes, and you kind of tie your friends or people you've bumped into in your past with the sneakers they wore, which I really love that about shoes. I have that connection to shoes, and that's how I remember certain people. And yeah, that's why the Cortez is something I respect, mainly because of people that I've met that have worn it. So for that, I respect it, I appreciate it. And hey, it's 50 years, fucking hell. You know, where's time going? It's flying. Some of these silhouettes that come out in the 70s, I guess 70s, are now turning 50. Yeah, shit. So there we are. I don't want to make some of you guys out there feel too old, because you probably remember these back from the 80s or even, you know, maybe when they first dropped. But that is a review done and dusted. Let me know what you think of this one, and if you could leave a comment, a like, any of that stuff, I would really appreciate it. But that is all from me for now. I'm out. Later.